What's up, guys? Note Investor here. Want to just give a quick update out on the markets in light of the volatility and some of the critical juncture we're in right now. I'm going to keep you guys posted a little more frequently in this week or so. I've been a little more active, couple videos already, newsletter twice, so a little active on the Twitter this week. Just trying to keep you guys in the loop here. But the big story here, of course, was Ethereum this week. So I just want to see, where are we? Have we bounced? If we so, did we hit resistance? What is the deal? So as you can see, and you are well aware, we put in this very good double bottom here a couple of days back. Huge volume came in, very positive sign, very bullish. However, we still have not broken this descending trend, and you can see where it hit today, yesterday, depending on when you're looking at this video. We bounced right to it. That corresponded with like the 320, 330 area around there, depending on the exchange, but not quite broken that trend yet. Holding above the moving average here, which is good. So I expected a bounce and a pullback right after that resistance. We saw that, and it looks like we're on the way up again, but I'm just being cautious here, I guess is the way to say it. Let's zoom in a little bit. On the 4-hour chart, you can see right where we hit that. Again, that was in the 320 here. This is the USDT on the Poloniex exchange. So another good positive sign is we had this big reversal bar, but big volume, and they pushed it all the way back up. So a lot of that really was support, not a lot of sellers. So we're just kind of at this critical juncture right now. What you don't want to see is another big pullback, because coming off of this resistance, that pullback could end up in some pretty fast, heavy selling here quickly. So we don't want to see that. We definitely want to see this, we want to see this level of resistance broken here in the near term. That'll confirm that that was probably the low for the near term. There's a couple of ways to look at resistance when you're looking at this. I like looking at the trend resistance during these type of markets. But you can also look at some horizontal resistance. One that's real clear right now is this horizontal resistance right around 330-ish or so. The next big one's going to be right up here in the 360, 370 range. So, those are just going to be hurdles that Ethereum has to climb on the way up. But I think if we can break this trend resistance that's happening right now, let me change the color for you guys to see it a little easier. That's going to be a very positive sign, and we'll just have to work our way up here. Best case scenario, right, we break this trend resistance and just kind of base out a little bit right here. It'd be really healthy for the market to just sit tight for a little bit and put in some more floor, if you will. So we'll see. I can see that happening here, especially with with Bitcoin and SegWit and all that happening. Maybe we just take a pause for a little bit, but worst case scenario, right, is we bounce into this resistance and then we just start heading back down. We definitely don't want to see that. I'm feeling a little bit better after this little shakeout we saw, but I don't want to declare victory until we see this trend resistance broken. Certainly you can be a little bit more aggressive, and some of you, I know, we're buying down these lows, and you could be buying here on this pullback. That's a good entry here with it bouncing. It's normal, and I expected it to bounce here right where it's at now. And so this might be a good little entry point if you believe that we're going higher from here. So let's look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is doing something real similar. So you can see there's a little bit of a downtrend starting to form on Bitcoin, and we're going to want to see that broken as well. Now Bitcoin didn't see the lows undercut the prior lows, which is a good sign. So what's happening now is we're creating this kind of really large, longer term wedge, which it's almost more like an ascending triangle. And so that's real interesting to see it on a larger scale. Let me zoom out a little bit for you guys to see this. So on the daily charts, you can see this bigger wedge that's starting to form. So maybe Bitcoin bounces around here, but that's going to end up taking us to, early to mid-July. And so we'll see if we can bust out of that descending trend before the SegWit activation happens. So, some big moves potentially in the works here. Again, just like Ethereum, I mean, this one's holding up very well, undercut, had this double low, holding this moving average for now, really tightening up here. You're going to want to see it bust out above and start working its way up again. We're not going to want to see this drop below this blue ascending line. That would certainly not bode well for the markets. So quick update on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Just want to keep you guys posted, let you know what I'm seeing right now. I'm cautiously optimistic. Let me see what else is going on here. Everything down was pretty much just sitting around today, up, down, not a real huge move. Mostly on the red, but that's just because of the little slight pullback after the big bounce. Completely normal price action there. One thing I do want to point out, and if you've been following me and keeping in the loop, you probably already know what it is. Nope, it's not LITECOIN. Let me go over here real quick. That's right, it's AntShares. Now, AntShares is rebranding, so do your best to get over the silly name. That's actually a positive. It's keeping people away from AntShares because they look at the name and they're just like, what a goofy name. It's going to Neo. But look at this. We broke this downtrend. Super strong rally following the bottom. I'm kind of expecting a little bit of a pullback here, but this thing has just been really strong. I put a blog post out about this a couple of days ago. I think it was at $7 when I did. I first noted it on the Twitter when it was at 5 something. So keeping you guys in the loop here. It's been up, well, I think we're over 100% now. Yeah, we're definitely over 100% since the bottom. Since I first started picking it up was right when this downtrend broke. So has been a very nice, decent trade for now. I like the potential. I like the project. I think they have some things in the work. May turn out to be a big one. So just put it on your radar if you're not in it. It's a little extended. It's had a nice rally. I mean, this thing is super strong, could keep going, but it would not be surprising to see a little bit of a pullback here if we zoom out a little bit to more of a 4-hour chart. Maybe a little pullback to this 10 period moving average or even the longer term one, and then head back up again. So something to look out for. Nevertheless, AntShares super strong. My top choices right now are probably LITECOIN and then AntShares as a higher potential, obviously higher risk, but so far working out. Quick update, guys. Keep you guys posted. Until next time, take care.